Welcome to Wella Education. My name is Wes, and I'm from Cunity. We work with individuals and businesses to have greater financial success. Let's talk about myths. So many of our actions and the choices we make can be a result of our mindset and the things we believe. But is everything we believe true? There are a ton of urban legends out there, or myths, that people all over believe. In another video, we covered some myths regarding numbers that are pretty common in the professional beauty industry. There are also some myths surrounding money. And those myths, they are wrong, not true. And if believed, they can hold you back from living the life you want. Let's tackle and debunk a few. Myth number 1, I don't have time to manage my money well. Actually, spending just a little time each week managing your money will save you a lot of time and heartache in the future. Being proactive takes very little time and helps you avoid money emergencies. The key thing is to take some small steps. Myth number 2 is I don't earn enough to save. Start small. The power of small and the power of accumulation is huge. There's this wonderful thing called the compounding of money. Put away a little bit at a time. It adds up very quickly over the years into some shocking numbers. The power of small can work for you. You start small. Maybe it's $10 a week or $25 a week. But what I want you to know is that anybody can start saving. Let's move on to myth number 3. I can't be fun or spontaneous if I'm confined by a budget. Well, a budget is not necessarily restrictive. It's a structure to create money freedom. And you know, freedom is something I think we all crave. You know, for me, I love adventure, and I love to have fun, like I'm sure many of you do. I think of how I made it a priority to have adventures, including taking an epic trip. I took a trip by boxcars all the way across the country from Minneapolis to Seattle with a couple friends of mine, and it was quite an unforgettable experience. Hey, life's an adventure. Life is meant to be fun. A budget isn't something that should hold you back. A budget is something that should help you have creative freedom and freedom to have the kind of experiences that you want. Myth number 4 is that owners make a ton of money. Well, the reality is a lot of small businesses are what we refer to as low margin, with very low profitability. This is true for salons and spas, and restaurants and fitness studios, even grocery stores. It may surprise people that in many segments of the beauty and wellness industry, for every dollar that comes in, only a nickel is left. Meaning dollar in, 95 cents going out. For labor, for supplies, for rent, for insurance, or just a whole host of bills. They just add up super quick, leaving a profit of only a nickel. This is a myth that really holds teams back, and it can create tension between owners and members of their team. Myth number 5, the grass is greener somewhere else. Let's talk about money ethics. Money ethics isn't something that I hear talked about very much in beauty and wellness, but it needs to be. This is a professional industry. I can't stress enough the importance of keeping it professional. One of the main ways that you keep it professional is to honor agreements. If you have an agreement, and whether you're an owner, whether you're an entrepreneur, whatever your role is, honor your agreements. Take the high road. Understand the people you're working with. They've got ATM in their relationship too. And it's disheartening for me to see people hop around between businesses thinking that the grass is greener with some other business model or some other opportunity, when the truth is, the grass is greenest where you water it. 95% of the people that I see in beauty and wellness, their best opportunity is where they're at right now, especially given the staggering number of opportunities that are missed by small businesses. We've done the math, and 71 out of 100 opportunities are missed in beauty and wellness. So if you could just capture more opportunities where you're already at and avoid the high cost of making a change, you'll have a very prosperous career. Myth number 6. Numbers aren't important to me. All this stuff about money, numbers, business, finance, it's just not my thing. Many creative, right-brained professionals resist, are bored by, or even resent numbers. They can be confusing and hard to relate to. In a study that Qnity performed for a top beauty brand, the #1 comment during research-based interviews on business building skills was the phrase, "I just want to do hair." This is the same for many service industries. The professional just wants to deliver their craft. It's an avoidance trap. If you want to fully prosper, you don't have that luxury. You must wear many hats in the workforce today. 93% of people surveyed in one study said they do at least 3 different jobs at their work. Bottom line, you and only you are accountable for your own financial success. So numbers better have a place of importance for you if you want to achieve your goals and live the life you dream of. This brings us to our final myth. Financial matters are overwhelming and confusing. Sometimes that is true, but I'm here to tell you it doesn't have to be. Let me back up a sec. All businesses use key performance indicators, KPIs. KPIs are measurement tools that assess how well a business performs. Some companies have as many as 27 KPIs. That is a lot of measuring. The fact is, we measure things every day. Lots of things. Your morning coffee, your speed on the highway, the volume of your music, the amount of developer to add to colorant. You measure everything you do, sometimes without realizing it. Measuring and knowing your numbers are vital when it comes to your money. It gets overwhelming and confusing when you try to measure too much. That is a money trap that nobody needs or wants. You need to understand what drives sales and how it impacts your income. There are dozens of numbers you could look at, but it's important not to overanalyze and lose sight of the big picture. At Qnity, we believe in keeping numbers simple by focusing on just 2 key numbers, client count and average ticket. By keeping it simple, you can easily measure what you need to and take charge of your numbers and your money without it feeling overwhelming. Do you identify with any of these myths? How can debunking these myths change your behaviors and increase your financial success?